Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that happened to the flea market in this new patch, and that is something called limits. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this video here today, and of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more PvE. We just hit 27,500. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Let's hop in. So, I don't want to take full credit / responsibility for being part of the problem that led to this being implemented, but there's a good chance I may have had a little something to do with it with my market manipulation. So we specifically are going to pick on the RFID reader today because this is a prime time example of how we completely manipulated the flea market with a video. So the RFID reader is a fairly cheap item on the flea market. It's up to about 75, 80K. They used to sell for about 45, 50, 55,000 rubles. And it is actually a barter requirement for a really popular NVG. So if we click on the RFID reader here and click required search, and then we exclude the barter items there, you will be able to see that we can get the GPMVGs for one RFID reader. And this is what I made a video about because the GPMVGs sell for a whole lot more than 50K. They are worth a whole lot more than that. When it comes to Peacekeeper and what he wants to sell them for, it's going to be 1,400 USD. And if you do want to see the quick calculation on how much 1,400 USD is, we can do that really, really quick. Boom, and then 1,400. It's going to be about 200,000 rubles. So I'm thinking to myself, well, if GPMVGs are worth 200K and the RFID readers are selling for 50K, then they should be higher in price, realistically. So what a bunch of us did before the video came out, us as in some members of the Discord, is we bought a bunch of RFID readers and then we flipped them when the video came out. And I got a little bit of hate for this. And yeah, I understand it. I haven't really done it since. So maybe I learned my lesson. Or maybe I just want to keep you guys happy so you keep coming back. Either way, a lot of us made a lot of money. One guy in the Discord, I think he made 17 million. I think I made like 4 or 5 million. There was a lot of money made. Fast forward to patch point 15. Can't do that anymore. There's something called limits now. So let me try and list all of my RFID readers. I have 32 of them here, and this is my stockpile for GPMVGs, but at this point, seems like RFID readers are probably going to stay relatively low in price, so I was trying to sell some of them, make some room in my stash. You can see I have some other military stuff here, and that's actually how I discovered this was a thing. So, let's try and list all of these for 75,000 rubles. This is the message you will now get. This item, RFID reader, has a listing limit. Maximum of 5 in one pack. 5. So this is just when you list as a pack. So a lot of people have been doing this recently. It's honestly kind of meta just to get rid of all your stuff right away. Video on that in the future, near future, within a week from now. I'll make a video about it. It's been on the list. But now there's limits. And I do want to show you that this kind of extends to not just one listing, like this extends to your entire offers across the board. So here's my VPXs. The VPX also has a limit of 5. If I go and try and list one VPX, which let's see what they crash down to. All right, so let's try and list just one. I cannot do it. I already have 5 listed on the flea market, so I'm either forced to remove that listing or wait it out. These other VPXs in my inventory, they're either going to sit here or I'm going to have to quick sell them to the trader. Now, why do I think this was implemented because of me? Well, because we were listing hundreds. I think the max I saw on a listing was like 278 RFID readers. That's not possible now. And it doesn't just extend to the rare military components either. It also extends to cases and other higher value items and rare items. So if we go and we buy 2 ammo boxes from Mechanic right now, boom, and we try to list both of those ammo boxes, we will not be allowed to. We will simply not be allowed to. I actually have 3 of them here. So I'm going to show you. Let's see what they're selling for. 220K. All right. We could probably list at 229. Probably sell there. Try and list it. Boom. You can only list one. One at a time. Now, there are items that do not have these limits in place. You know, very basic and cheap items. They don't have these limits in place. You know, clothing items, a lot of stuff does not have limits, but there are items that do have limits. And this is good and bad. So When it comes to it being good, it's gonna keep the price, relatively stable. You're not gonna have crazy, crazy undercuts and, huge amounts of stock out there. But what you will have is a lot more price volatility upwards in the cost of the item in the short term. So if somebody wants to fill up a thick items case with ammo cases right now, they would have to buy all of these, and instantly the price could go up to 250,000 rubles. If there was, no limit in place, then you would see stacks of 2, stacks of 3, stacks of 4 being listed, and the ammo cases would be a lot cheaper. So it has its pros and cons. It's okay if I want to list these one at a time. They'll sell eventually, but it's not, in my opinion, very quality of life. I understand the 5 limit on, stuff like this that was being manipulated. I completely understand that. But when it comes to the ammo box, like, come on, guys. I don't think we need to limit the ammo box. And I have no idea what else has limits on it. This is something I just very recently, as of the last hour, discovered was a thing. I didn't even know. Other stuff like ophthalmoscopes, those have been limited. Let's just see what the ophthalmoscopes are looking like on the price. So do this. And you can see that everybody just kind of has 1. But if there's going to be any stacks, the maximum is also 5. There's 5 here. And, if people have a ton of them, they're cleaning out their junk boxes. It's just annoying. It's not quality of life. It's just straight up annoying. So let me know what you guys think about this change. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan. Like I said, I understand it, but I'm not a huge fan. It doesn't feel quality of life. It feels like it's just going to take more of our time, and it's more of an annoyance than, something that's going to help the overall player base. Who cares if they have to spend a little money or manipulating the flea market? Like, there's billions of rubles flowing through the flea market every few hours. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. So, I don't know if it was something that was directly caused by me and my actions, but maybe there's other internal data BSG has, of course, and that is the main reason they have implemented limits on the flea market. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you leave a like on this one, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.